Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you know, earlier this month I posted a video doing a try a chapter vlog with backlisted thrillers, and I basically read the first chapter of 10 thriller books and I ranked them at the end, and I said the top 4 I was going to film a vlog on. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen that video, I mean, you already can tell which 4 I picked by the thumbnail and the title, but if you want to check out that video, please do. I will leave it linked up above and down below, and if you want to go watch that before you watch this one, please do. But I will be reading in today's vlog the top 4 books that I enjoyed from that video. So all 4 of these I ended up giving a 10 out of 10 at the end. These were the thrillers that hooked me from the very first chapter that I had a gut feeling I was going to love. And then I further broke it down and ranked them. So I have book 1, 2, 3, and 4 from what I liked the best from that video. And I'm going to kind of do a comparison. So I'm going to read these 4 books in this video, and then I'm going to come back and see if my predictions were accurate. So basically in 4th place I put Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby, and then in 3rd place I put The Last Flight by Julie Clark. 2nd place was The Lies We Told by Camilla Way, and then in 1st place, The Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. So I'm going to read these 4 thrillers, these 4 backlisted thrillers that I've owned since the beginning of time and have never read until now. And then we're going to come back here and I'm going to rank them and see if my predictions were accurate. We're going to see, first of all, I gave all these 10 out of 10. Are they all a 5 out of 5? And then I'm going to see if my 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place matches. So we're just going to jump right into the vlog. And good morning! It's Monday morning. I'm actually working right now. I have to go back to work in 1 minute. Probably not going to make it. But I started Razorblade Tears. I got to page 81 and I really like it so far. So we're following this these 2 dads, and in the beginning of the book we learn that there is a black dad who has a gay son that was murdered, and then there's a white dad who has a gay son that was murdered, and the 2 gay sons were in a relationship. And so, you know, obviously we're following a lot of grief and loss, which is a topic that is very, very difficult for me to read about because of things in my own personal life. But yeah, it's like it has a lot of subject matter involving racism and homophobia, and 2 months go by and these dads decide to get together. No one knows who murdered their sons, and they find like their gravesite vandalized with like homophobic and racial slurs. So they decide to get together and try to find like who murdered their sons. So now it's kind of getting into like action. It literally reads like an action movie. There's all kinds of stuff going on. You know, they're finding like leads to different people, and it's interesting. I really like it so far. I'm enjoying it. You know, it hasn't bored me at all. Like, I feel like most books by now, I'm kind of like, I can tell if I'm gonna like them or not. And so far, I do really enjoy this. I have to get back to work. I don't know how eventful this vlog is going to be because I'm working 6 days a week the entire month of November. So I'm literally just gonna be working, trying to read, and that's basically it. My mental health has been really bad because of like some stuff going on in my personal life, and it's really fucking hard. It's really hard having a mental illness and then dealing with personal things, and then it makes my mental illness worse, and then it makes my physical health worse. And you know, I was just in the ER 2 weeks ago for a ruptured ovarian cyst, and I just got an ultrasound a couple days ago, and I have another large ovarian cyst already. So I literally had a cyst rupture and then one formed immediately afterwards. So I've just been dealing with like health stuff. It's been hard. I'm just going through it. It's a rough time. Yeah, I'm gonna read this one, and then I might take a break from this vlog for a couple days because I have some like books through the library that I need to listen to within the next week. So I will, of course, update you on this one, and then I'll pop back in when I start the next thriller for this vlog. Friends, I'm looking rough this morning. I was finally like, okay, my cyst ruptured. Now I can like start working out again. I worked out for 2 days, and now I'm having ovarian cyst pain again because I have another one, and I'm just like, I will never be in shape ever again, will I? I have to call the doctor today, but yeah, I'm looking great this morning. Living, laughing, loving. Yeah, I'm doing all three of those things. So razor blade tears, the reason we're here. I got 2-page, 176, and I'm really liking it still. You know, these two dads, I just love the characters in this book. You know, we have Ike, who's the black dad, and it's kind of like a good cop, bad cop situation where he can be like calm and collected, and then we have Buddy Lee, the white dad, who can be a hothead. And I mean, both of them can be hotheads, you'll find out in the book, but yeah, I just really like the dynamic of the two of them. And then there's also some like I said, there's some like social kind of commentary thrown in here with like different conversations that are very interesting conversations to be had. Is that the correct, am I speaking English? But you know, there's like a part in the book where someone tells him, or someone compares being black to being gay, and Ike is like, trust me, being black is way different than being gay. At least you can like hide it, you know, if you want. You know, there's all these like different little conversations in here. They're just very interesting and kind of spark your brain, you know? So yeah, I really appreciate this book, and I know a lot of people are comparing this to a Quentin Tarantino movie, and that's like exactly how it is. And there's, you know, a lot of violence and action, and I am really enjoying it. I know some people said that they were bored with this one. I'm not bored yet, so we'll see. I think there's like 300 pages. Yeah, it's like 320 pages or something like that. So yeah, I will probably update you once I'm finished with this book and let you know what my final rating is. What the fuck is this? No one knows. All my lights are dead. I'm dead. Whatever. I just finished Razor Blade Tears, and guys, I fucking love this book. I've seen people saying that this is boring. I'm like, how? How is this boring? It is action-packed, like it's right into it. It's thrilling. It's there's so much craziness that happens. Right when I thought the book was starting to slow down, something would happen and I'd be like, I was like getting whiplash reading this book because there's just so much going on. And I really, really, really love this book. I'm giving it 5 stars. One of my favorite thrillers, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It really baffles me how some people find this boring. To each their own, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Everything about this was just perfection. The ending of this book, like, I almost cried. It's just perfect. That's how I can describe this book. Just immaculate. And that first chapter was pretty accurate for me. We'll see how the other 3 books read. Hi friends. I'm sorry if the lighting sucks. I'm filming this like 8 o'clock on a Sunday and my lights are dead. So I'm gonna try to like edit this to make it brighter. Hopefully it works, but I just wanted to pop in. It's about a week later. I haven't really read all week because I'm just so busy. I've been working, you know, 6 days a week, and then when I'm not working, I'm like grocery shopping, meal prepping, going to see my dad, cleaning, like it's just non-stop. So I actually haven't like physically read anything pretty much. I listened to Mexican Gothic on audio, and I started reading Goth by Ochizuchi last week, but I didn't get that far into it. And I think that was it all week. So I started reading The Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. I actually started the audio for the first like 50 pages. That's how far I got in. So I'm hoping I can get some physical reading done tonight. We'll see. My health problems have just been going downhill. So I'm just like kind of a mess. I'm trying to like, I think I'm going to try to do things the natural way opposed to taking all these pills. I think I'm just going to stop taking them because my body just can't handle it. Anyways, Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. So this one, the first chapter starts with a bang. This was my favorite book in my Try a Chapter vlog. The first chapter, this girl, so there's this mom that lives with her 2 daughters. One is 12, one is 13, and the 12-year-old finds the 13-year-old girl like naked and assaulted outside. So that was the first chapter, and it really hooked me because I was like, what the fuck, this is so messed up, like I need to know what happens. So now we are just kind of following, you know, in like typical Lisa Jewell style, like different POVs, different timelines, and we're following now. After that first chapter, it kind of goes back to the before chapter. So it's like a year ago what happened leading up to this event. And basically there's an incident that happened with the father. The father's not really in the picture anymore. I don't want to spoil anything, but this girl like writes letters to her dad, and there's like little drawings, like little pictures in the book, which I love. So yeah, this mom moves with her 2 daughters into this new neighborhood, and it's kind of like a little cute neighborhood where everyone kind of shares this like community, like garden playground situation. And my hair is just wet and a mess. Everyone kind of goes in and out of each other's homes. Like the kids all play with each other, and it's just kind of like they free roam around this little area in the neighborhood. We're also getting like POVs from some of the neighborhood families. So, you know, we're just slowly learning what is happening. So far, it's like a pretty quick, like fast-paced. I mean, I wouldn't say fast-paced because not a whole lot has happened so far, but it's just like a quick read, if you know what I mean, like a quick, easy thriller, which is why I love Lisa Jewell. So I'm really liking this so far. I have no complaints, and I will update you when I'm about 50%. All right, hi. The camera light, it's still dead. I haven't even turned my computer on to charge it because it's like plugged into my computer. It is now Wednesday. and I still haven't finished this book. I am on page 69, just kidding, page 212, and so far, like, it's okay. It's very slow, like not a whole lot has happened. It's just like a domestic thriller where you're learning about this family and then you're learning about the neighbors and their families, and it's kind of a whodunit situation. Belle, in typical fashion, is rubbing herself on the tripod. I don't sleep at night. Side note, I don't sleep. I have trouble sleeping. Every night I've just been so like dizzy and nauseous, and then I can't sleep because I feel sick. And then this fucking cat, she purposely like eats things in the bedroom to get our attention. So then we kick her out of the room and close the door. Then she bangs on the door and screams all night long until Justin sleeps on the couch with her. Like, it's a whole thing, and we don't know how to get her to stop. And it's not like, oh, just ignore it, which that's probably how you get it to stop. But I can't ignore it because she will bang on the door and scream for hours, and I don't sleep at all. And she does it every single night, and I don't know how to stop her. Anyways, I don't sleep. Continue. So this book, not a whole lot is happening. You're just kind of learning about each person, and it takes place, like, the first chapter is what happened, and then there's a whole bunch of before chapters, and now I just got to the after chapters around page 200. So it's like the situation happened, and now here's what's going on after. They're doing a whole investigation, and I would like to clarify. The first chapter, for some reason, I thought she was dead. It just said that she's unconscious. So they found her unconscious, bloody, like naked. So they're trying to figure out what happened. So yeah, I'm gonna try my best to finish this morning. But, yeah, I will talk to you soon, I guess. This is officially the worst vlog I think I've ever done. I'm having a hard time like focusing on reading. It's taking me forever to read this month. I'm also too busy to read, so I haven't really been caring to read. And then I'm not doing anything. I'm working 6 days a week, so it's not like I don't even have any good B-roll. Everyone's probably like, yeah, Megan, all your vlogs suck, not just this one. Okay, hi. So it's later in the morning. I just finished The Girls in the Garden. I started work. I've been working for like, I don't know, 2 hours now. But yeah, I just finished The Girls in the Garden. I'm sorry if you hear my heat running in the background. So the entire time I was thinking I was gonna give this 4 stars because, you know, it was a little slow. It wasn't anything like super exciting or fascinating, but I liked it. Like, I was still invested in the story. I still wanted to find out what happened, and I had my suspicions of who I think did it. Belle, come on. And turns out that I was correct. And not that I don't like being correct, it's just that usually I'm not correct because I don't know, I'm completely oblivious. I can never like catch on to things in books. Like, I'm pretty much always shocked. And this one, there were just certain things here and there that I was like, I bet you this person did it. And turns out I was correct. But then also what actually like happened in the end, it just wasn't a super satisfying ending. It was just kind of like, this is what happened, book ends. And they didn't really like, she didn't really fully explain some things. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with a 3.5. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I recommend it. I love Lisa Jewell's writing. It's just not like an all-time favorite thriller or anything. So obviously, as of now, Razorblade Tears is in my #1 spot. This is in the #2 spot. The third book, I think I'm going to start The Last Flight. I think I'm going to start that tonight, and then I will update you. Okay, it's the next day. It probably looks like the same day because I've probably been wearing the same thing this entire video. I like cycle my hoodies where I like take one out and then I don't feel like putting it back, so I wear the same one for a while and then I eventually swap them out when I wash them. Anyways, I started The Last Flight by Julie Clark. I am on page 44 and I'm obsessed so far. Guys, this is so like intriguing. So you jump right into the action. The first chapter, you learn all about this woman named Claire, and her husband is like this political figure. I think he's running for Senate, and he's a piece of shit. He is abusive. He's just a terrible, terrible human being. So her friend from high school is like, hey, I noticed like you have bruises all over you. Like I can tell that he's abusive. Like I'm gonna help you get out of this relationship. So they plot this plan where Claire is going to, you know, get a fake ID and kind of like take off and get a new identity because she has to fly out to Detroit for this like work thing. So she's like, okay, I have this guy who's gonna make you a fake ID and they're gonna ship the package to Detroit so you can get it at your hotel when you get there. So like last minute, her husband takes the flight to Detroit instead and gets the package. So now she's like, oh shit, like what do I do? So he sends her on this work trip to Puerto Rico. It seems like I'm giving you a lot of information. I promise this is literally like 20 pages. So she gets this flight to Puerto Rico, bumps into this woman at the airport who's also looking to get away from her situation. They switch plane tickets. So now Claire is going to California, I think, and then this other woman is going to board the flight to Puerto Rico. However, we know from the summary on the back of the book that the plane to Puerto Rico is going to crash. So Claire is supposed to be dead, and now she has to take on the identity of this woman that she switched tickets with. Yeah, fucking wild. Like that much has happened in like 20 pages or whatever, 20, 30 pages. And I'm just like, this book is jumping right into the action. It's so addictive. I'm obsessed so far. I can't wait to continue reading this. I probably won't have much time to read today. I have to work, and then I'm probably gonna go see my dad. Yeah, but it's so, 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 so good. Filming this awkward video of myself eating. I got this like, I have this leftover Mediterranean food from last night, so I have like a leftover Greek salad and some falafel and hummus. I just got home from my therapy job. It's Saturday. I came home to this shirt in the mail. It's a Saw shirt from Graveyard Goods. It was a pre-order. It finally came. It says live or die, make your choice. And then the little pig. I'm obsessed. So I immediately had to put it on. And then I also came home to this autograph from Steve-O because I pre-ordered his book. And so he like sent me a personalized autograph. I'm obsessed. I fucking love Steve-O and I love Jackass so much. I really have to read that book. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on here. After getting coughed on by like 8 COVID patients today, the whole freaking building has COVID. Yeah, I just need to just relax. I haven't been reading. I'm on page like 80 of my book. of the last flight, and you know, I'm still liking it. I just haven't gotten much farther. So I'm hoping I can just relax and read. I'm like home alone right now, so that's the plan. The best thing I did for my mental health this week, working 6 days, I freaking ordered groceries for delivery from Whole Foods. It's so expensive, so I don't like doing that, but it just like saved my freaking mental health. They always give me like rotting produce though. My hair looks atrocious. I cut my own hair last night. Look at this. There's certain pieces, I don't know if you can tell. I have to find it. It's in the front. They're like these really short pieces that I seriously look insane. They're like right here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. Real cute, Meg. That's what I did last night. I haven't been to a hair salon in probably 2 years. I've been cutting my own hair because it's cheaper. Obviously, like, salons are so expensive, so time consuming, and I freaking hate sitting there. Haven't really been reading. My mental health, shit. My physical health, shit. Name 3 people that hate themselves more than I do. Pete Davidson. That's about it. Okay, does anyone else feel like they have one brain cell left and it's just Pete Davidson? I feel like him and I are low-key the same person. We have a lot of the same mental health issues, and I just feel like my brain is just constantly, I am Pete Davidson. So you better watch out, okay? If you have a girlfriend, if you have a wife, you better watch her around me. Maybe I'll watch some Pete Davidson stand-up tonight. I've been watching nothing but stand-up comedy. Belle, you should not be up here. Come on. Come on. Gosh. I've been watching nothing but stand-up comedy all the time instead of reading. It's all I do. Found so many good comedians. Most of them I don't find funny and I turn them off. Some of them, I love a good, offensive, self-deprecating comedian. What can I say? Maybe I'll watch Pete tonight. Call me Ariana Grande. I've been listening to Mac Miller all day, and now I'm gonna watch Pete Davidson tonight. Okay, so super quick update. I actually started reading The Lies We Told because I found the audiobook through my library. I can't fucking concentrate on reading to save my life right now, so I was like, I just need an audiobook. So I started this one, been doing a couple things around the apartment. So I got to page 58 so far, and basically we're following these 2 stories and timelines that have something to do with one another. So in 2017, we're following this woman, Clara, where her boyfriend just like disappeared. Like he just vanishes without a trace. And she's trying to figure out like what the hell's going on, like what happened. The police aren't being very helpful. And also like some sketchy things happened leading up to his disappearance where like there was a break-in and he's been getting all these threatening emails. And so she's trying to figure out who did this and who is responsible and what happened to her boyfriend. And then in the year, I think 1988, we're following this woman, Beth, who has this psycho daughter named Hannah. And this is some like those books like The Perfect Child, Baby Teeth, all those books that I hated about the bad kids. That's basically this girl, Hannah, is a little freaking psycho, like a little psychopath. And she like severed a head off of her pet bird. She's just doing all this like bad shit, you know? So, like they might be linked somehow. We don't really know what's going on. We're just kind of following these 2 separate stories right now. But yeah, I mean, I like it so far. I don't have any complaints. I'm just kind of like neutral right now. So we'll see where it goes. And then yeah, I think I only got to page like 90 of The Last Flight, so we'll see where that one goes. But I mean, I don't really have any complaints so far. We will see. I'm so excited. I just purchased, You know Mac Miller, I mean, duh, do you know Mac Miller? What kind of a question is that? The album, The Divine Feminine, let me show you something. I found on Etsy a mirror that looks like that album cover, and it's coming from, I just purchased it, it was on sale, it's coming from the UK. So I'm scared that it's not gonna get here safely. Like, I'm worried, you know? This. How freaking stunning. Can you even see this? I am so fucking obsessed. I can't wait to hang this in my office. I really want to get a rug. If you guys watch Big Brother, Turner from this past season, he owns this like rug shack. It's called the Rug Shack in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. And he, on the Instagram page, he made a Mac Miller Divine Feminine rug, and I want that rug so badly. I will do whatever it takes to get a rug, and I want the matching rug and mirror, and I don't know where I'm gonna hang them up. I might move, if you can see up there, my Grady Hendrix picture. I might move that to the other side of the room, and I might put the mirror there, but I am just obsessed. So anyways, it's days later. It's Thanksgiving today, and I'm getting ready to go to my therapy job. Haven't really been reading, but I did finish The Lies We Told on audio while I was like, whatever this is. Guys. Okay, so I finished this book, and where I think I last left off saying that it was like okay, and that's how I felt about this book overall. Like, it was okay, I liked it, I'm not like obsessed with it, but you know, at like the halfway mark, it was kind of slowing down. Like, it was just this girl trying to find her boyfriend, and you know, meeting with people, interviewing people, like looking through drawers, being a little sleuth, you know? And I was like, okay, like, when is something gonna happen? Because so many people were saying that this book is like this 5-star, like super fast-paced, twisty book, and I didn't feel that way. There are a couple like small twists, but to me there was only like one big twist. And then the rest were just like little small twists that you needed to know to like piece the story together. Does that make sense? So I don't think it was super like, oh my god, this is so twisty, this is so good. Like, it was kind of like a straightforward type of thriller. I did enjoy how these two timelines ended up intertwining. It's not something that I expected. I was surprised, and it confused me a little bit. Like, I had to think through it, and then I was like, oh, okay, that does make sense. So yeah, I do like the way that the story was told and revealed in that fashion, leading up to that big twist. And then once that happened, I was definitely more engaged with the story. I'm like, okay, now I really need to know like what's gonna happen. But then the ending, like, it was just okay. Like, I felt the same way about this ending as I did like The Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. This one was definitely more detailed and put together, I think. The Lisa Jewell one, it was kind of ended abruptly for me, but yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm not obsessed with it, I don't hate it. It was kind of like like an okay thriller. So I think I'm gonna go with a 3.5 for this one as well. So far my top 2 picks from my try a chapter vlog ended up being 3.5s. So I will say I'm halfway through The Last Flight, and I like it. I'm not obsessed with it anymore like I was in the beginning. It's kind of slowing down, and we're just kind of getting to know. Oh my god, is that a bug? Every time I'm in this room I see bugs. What the fuck? But yeah, we're just kind of slowly getting to know the girl that she like switched lives with, and so we're reading about her in past, and then we're learning about her in present as well. So I mean, it's kind of, it was like really fast-paced and crazy, and then it slowed down, and now I'm kind of like, okay, when is something crazy gonna happen? But yeah, I have to physically read that one. So I'm trying my best to read it this week. So I will update you once I'm finished with that one. So side note, I watched the movie Pearl, okay? I didn't really think it was that good. Like, everyone is obsessed with the movie Pearl and the movie Barbarian. Everyone's like, oh, these are the top two like horror movies that have come out this year. I hated Barbarian, and Pearl I was just bored to death. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. You know, I was kind of like, this is really boring. I could have done without like ever watching this, ever. So that's how I feel. I did like the movie X, so I was like really excited to watch Pearl, and I just felt like the whole movie, like nothing really happened until the end. I'm like, okay, we have a psycho girl, like, and we're watching her eat dinner, you know, like that was the vibe that I got from that movie. So yeah, I'm striking out this year with horror. Everyone's like, oh, this is like the best movie or the best year for horror. It's so good. And I'm just kind of like, eh. She's here! Ah! I love it so much. It is everything I've ever wanted, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to go hang this up in my office. Guys, I did it. I finished my first physical book this month. My first and only book that I physically read. Sorry for the blinds, but yeah. I finished this book this morning, and what I will say, I liked it. I'm going with 4 stars. Basically, like halfway through the book, I started losing interest because it's not like super fast-paced and twisty how I normally like my thrillers. To me, I didn't think this was like super fast-paced because it does slow down after that first chapter with all the craziness. It does kind of slow down, and you're just slowly learning the life of the person that she like switched lives with. So you're learning her backstory and what made her do the things that she did, and then you're also, you know, flipping between present day with our main character Claire and navigating the craziness that's going on in her life now. And I was definitely more interested in our main character Claire, so I kind of was like, I was kind of starting to lose interest a little bit. But then after like that halfway mark, I'd say like 60%, I definitely got more interested. There were a few like small twists kind of thrown in there that just really kept my interest, and I ended up really liking it. I like how it ended. I like the whole like backstory of, you know, what was going on, and I ended up really liking it. So I'm gonna go with 4 stars, and yeah, that's it. I can't believe I did it. I finally finished my 4 books. It took me all month, but I did it. So yeah, definitely, what did we learn from this video? You know, I feel like chances are if you like the first chapter of a book, you'll end up at least liking the book. It might not always be a 5-star read, but you might, you know, most of the time, you'll probably like it, you know? Is that the lesson that we've learned? I guess so. It's not the order that I predict, but you know, Razorblade Tears was my favorite. This one was my second favorite, and then the Lisa Jewell and the Lies We Told, those two I would say are kind of like tied for 3rd place. So it's not the exact order that I predicted, because those two I thought I was gonna like more than these two, so it ended up kind of being opposite. But I did actually enjoy all these books, and I would recommend all 4 of them. So I guess this was kind of a success. Yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!